Possibly the ball was a side issue for him. To win the ball.
Yeah? Oh.
13 years since a red card in the League Cup final. Worth mentioning, I think.
I'll thank you, I'm sure.
Bernardo Silva, Zubimendi with some good diligent work in there. Now Havertz. White willing to make strides on the overlap, and Arsenal will take this all day long.
It's got a lovely ebb and flow to this game, hasn't it? It just opens up every now and again. It's just getting a little bit scrappy, and then all of a sudden Arsenal break away. Another chance to put the ball in.
Thank you. If it now,
So hard this from a Manchester City point.
Mean everything. Gabriel might have a run on it. They're off balance, and that's hold on the end product.
Well, definitely finding their feet when it comes to deliveries, Arsenal. You wonder, could Happy do a little bit better there? Free header inside the 6-yard box. Just got to redirect it on target.
Well, watching brief for Mark Gahey, because he signed 6 days after the first leg of the semi-final, despite the rules changing this year, and you can play for 2 clubs in the competition. He is not able to play a part
yeah?
in the Carabao Cup for Manchester City.
No.
So you may have read that he's cup-tied. That's not strictly accurate. City awaiting their first meaningful attempt on goal. More than an hour into the 2026 Carabao Cup final. Trophy that could almost have been regarded as Manchester City's property a little while back. A similar spell to the great Liverpool side of the 1980s. 4 triumphs in succession. Pep Guardiola could today become the first manager to win the trophy 5 times. This is Rodri. Semenyo. Best potential avenue, it would seem.
Yeah, I think with Manchester City, they want a little bit more from Cherky on the ball. Looks like we've brought to the football club. It's got that X factor. Make something special happen today.
What he hasn't got is a major trophy win on his CV.
I'm sure it won't come. That is ultimately the reason why you joined Manchester City.
There's Nunes. The purposeful forward stride. Here is Cherky. Semenyo.
He was trying to find his striker at that back post. It's got to be perfect when that cross is drifting away from you.
And he's struggling at the moment to break the chains. Erling Haaland.
I always tend to feel whenever he's questioned, he reacts. Right now, a lot of people saying not scored at Wembley. Top-class strikers find a way.
Saw in a major cup final for Manchester City. Did so in the colours of Borussia Dortmund in the German Cup. Goals in 9 games against Arsenal.
Depends which way you want to take it.
Has made some well-timed and astute interventions. That was more in the category of robust and forceful.
Yeah, you can see what Saka thinks of it. He's not happy, and that treatment's just thrown out of the way by Channahty.
Well, the Chelsea squad that won this competition 11 years ago. Here's Haaland. Doku. And it's Saliba who concedes the corner, leaving the business of looking after Erling Haaland to others for the moment.
And that's when they look at their most dangerous, Manchester City, when they move that ball quickly from defence to attack. You need that platform, whoever it is in the middle, whether it's Haaland dropping in, whether it's Silva, but when they go fast, and they look the most dangerous, feeding the ball to Doku, Semenyo.
Well, there's a purple patch in the late autumn when Manchester City's productivity was rivaling that of Arsenal from set pieces. They've taken this one short. Cherki in there, and again beyond Haaland. Again Saliba making his mark. Although Ben White was detailed to shackle him initially. Nunes. Get an Arsenal head on it. Okay. Deal with Doku. Bernardo Silva. Sustained City pressure for the first time. This is Bernardo Silva. Nessing it in there. But again, solid defending of the penalty box, if not a way out for Arsenal. This is Cherki looking to dazzle, as he's well capable of doing. Bernardo Silva.
This is City at their best. Recycling that ball, put pressure on Arsenal. And they find a way to penetrate this Arsenal defence.
Patient, looking for the incisive thrust. This is Bernardo Silva. Cherki. Semenyo. May yet work out for him. He's found a gap.
That's how he's supposed to go some.
But Haaland could not get the type of connection he was desperately hoping for. But City's best spell.
Yeah, without doubt. Really good by Semenyo. It's a bit of a bad touch, but from that point drives to the touchline. He knows he's got to stand it up. Can Haaland meet it? He's got two around him. Ben White doing one. Can't quite get up above that ball. Turn it goalwards. Getting closer. Haaland. You see the attention that Arsenal are giving him at that back post. Just trying to put him off his game. Not allowing him even half a yard in the box. But he's getting closer.
To a minimum of 1 added minute at the end of the first half that has seen James Trafford twice in quick succession produce his best. Arsenal general direction of traffic more to their liking, but City, as we close in on the interval, having their best moments.
Well, these two have been as good a watch as the game has. They have prowled those technical areas every single inch. Both desperate for silverware.
O'Reilly. Last chance of the half, perhaps. Saka. Well, the curtain falls. And James Trafford with the two key interventions in that first half in quick succession. Big saves for Manchester City as Arsenal were firmly on top. But just before the end of the half, the first real glimmer for Erling Haaland in search of that first Wembley goal. The direction of traffic largely to Arsenal's liking in the first half, but City's better moments coming as we closed in on the interval, where the scoreline reads Arsenal 0, Manchester City 0.
That manager is truly number one. What makes a true leader in the game? Is it being the first to start? For over a decade, one name has always led the front. That name is Bet Manager. Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, winner, Bet Boom. Not just features, but unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches. Playing to win. Just another reason why Bet Manager is truly serious number one.
So after your United got 9 months. 9 months I told you. By this time, when I say they must don't collect that. I will throw you.
I'm not wrong with you, so I'm not saying that. On the world's biggest football package, this podcast is proudly brought to you by Bet Manager.
Beef in France and Ireland with us is a that's really big. Tell us about wheelbarrow Victor Matt.
I just want to come back to if there's any doubt, name any other coach that will be able to make those points.
No, that is I'm sorry.
The process is flawed.
Well, what do you have a choice? Hold on a second.
You're telling me the way they played in the first half was the right of it?
Yeah, just say
Which one do I want to make?
They just asked
No, Shimmy.
Johnny to stay there. I'm pushing you off the stage.
Fact checking is always good, Sherry.
Did you fountain of knowledge?
Bet Freeze, winner, Bet Boom. Bet Manager is truly number one.
Guy, missing blue too good. That guy too good, guy. Massive. It's not massive.
It's time.
That proves one of that my job is true number one. What makes you truly great in the game? Is it being the first to spot? For over a decade, one name has always led the front. That name is Bet My Job. That proves one of that boom. Not just features, but unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches. Waiting to win. Just a little reason why Bet My Job is truly serious number one.
Beef with France and Ireland with us is an overnight. There's no debate. Tell us about wheel bearing Victor Matt.
I just want to come back to
Guys, if there's any doubt, you both agree.
name any other coach in the world that will be able to make those points.
Hey,
That is
I'm
all.
sorry.
The process is flawed.
The World Rugby have a choice.
Hold on a second. You're telling me the way they played in the first half was the right approach?
Yeah, orders. Just say again. Which point did I want to make?
Now you just lost me.
No. Show me.
Don't need to say that. I'm pushing you off to the stage.
Fact checking is always good, Shirley.
Look at you, France on coverage.
You think you know Formula One? Think again. Everything is changing. New cars, new power, new teams. A new expedition. A new generation. This isn't a reset. It's an evolution. Innovation that never stops. This is Formula One. From the garage to the grandstand, we live and breathe every hour. This is where fans become family, moments turn into memories, history into legacy. Anything can happen, and usually does. In 2026, there are no favorites, no guarantees, no limits. So, you think you know Formula One?
That proves one of that boom. Bet My Job is true number one.
Wembley awaits the re-entry of the two teams. 59 years since this place, when it looked rather different with the Twin Towers rather than the Arch, staged its first final of this competition. The end holders, West Bromwich Albion, on the receiving end of one of still the competition's greatest shots when Third Division Queen's Park Rangers came from behind to beat them. And in its early days, disregarded by some, and grew in status as the years passed. City first laying their hands on it in 1970. Jim Pardo was the toast of that part of Manchester, beating West Bromwich Albion again. First League Cup final to be televised in colour.
Who's winning, boys?
Pep Guardiola's name now woven into the fabric of it. The Football League Cup. One of the towering figures in the history of the world. It is Manchester City side growing into this final as the first half wore on and having their closest calls. And the longer it remains as tight as it is in scoreline terms, the Arsenal anxiety certainly amongst the great number of supporters will grow and grow. No changes of personnel. He will no doubt be hoping that the slight change of direction just before the break will be sustained in the at least 45 minutes that are still to go. Well, he hands over control. Final huddle. Just waiting for Kepa to come back onto the pitch. And Manchester City get the second half underway. Resolute in defending an array of set pieces in that first 45 minutes. The goalkeeper coming up, stepping up when it really mattered. But can they now get a grip on the final in this second half? Glenn Murray.
Well, just looking at that first half, it was enthralling, wasn't it? I know it's 0-0, didn't have a lot of opportunities, but it's one of those ones where you can't take your eyes off the concentration levels, especially out of possession. That is what it's about at the moment. Neither team wanting to blink. Both teams trying their best to break each other down. More than anything, don't let each other through. That seems to be the narrative. Once the deadlock is broken, this game will really open up. But it's who can do that.
Simmering just below the boil. This is Ake.
Just seeing Cherky staying wide right in the touchline. Semenyo coming in, just taking Gabriel off. And that leaves Haaland one-on-one in the middle. See if they can free their number 9 up Manchester City by a tactical tweak.
Well, it was certainly difficult for Semenyo to get free of the attentions of Gabriel there, and that was a point he was keen to make. Not that it was ever going to seriously draw Peter Banks' attention.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a decoy, isn't it? If you can drag the Arsenal centre-back so far out wide, all of a sudden there's gaps opening up in the middle. Who's more comfortable in the situation? Arsenal. Haven't had silverware for a while. Manchester City often visit this London team.
Well, kept the hold of it there for 36 seconds.
Yeah, Manchester City just sitting in that block, waiting for Arsenal to try and penetrate, try and break the lines. And from that point, they pounce.
Good boy.
Mateus Nunes. He moves for the return.
No.
And Riley was arriving as he has to do in the far post area and able to keep things going here for Manchester City. Doku looking up and seeing only red and white. Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. Shirky. Shaking off White just for a moment. Haaland not given latitude to turn, but able to get a shot away.
And he does his best to wriggle free. Cherky's the one. Dancing along, we see here. Again, touch tight Saliba, but just breaks free. Haaland tries to throw toe front at it, try and turn something goalward. Doesn't quite get the connection he would like, comes off the bottom of his studs. Half a yard, early Haaland.
Vikings descend on that.
Moving on by Gyökeres, now Havertz.
Yeah, it's strong here.
He's managed to deliver across when the prospects seem to be fading. That rallying cry from Havertz. Corner for Arsenal.
Just when you think Manchester City are starting to gain control of this cup final and looking the more comfortable team, it's a defensive error, which has happened so many times. It actually shouldn't be in the corner. Very difficult for the referee to make that decision. Can't really blame him, I don't think, with the angle he had. Should Arsenal score from this, I'm sure there'll be some words said.
Well, a fortunate break. But no much fortunate break of the ball inside that 6-yard area for Arsenal on that occasion.
Wash!
And
Doku! Hey! 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 Ref! 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 Red card! Fuck your red card! No!
Why has he stopped it?
Red card!
I
Red!
can't understand
This
why the
ref
referee
not
stopped
changed!
this passage of play.
That was very stupid from the ref. Thank you very much! Big red card! It's not even red card, it's not a red card. See! He's not supposed to stop the play.
No, you're not touching, you're not touching.
It's not a red card, it's a yellow card. He's not supposed to stop the play.
Continue, there's people approaching the 18
Yes,
yard
now,
box.
you're not supposed to stop
it back
play.
to opportunity. It isn't. But I'm sure Pep Guardiola will be wondering why.
What did they worry you? Now everybody thought him they use dryer on swap.
Situation for Manchester City, arms outstretched by Doku.
Yeah, I don't think that nonsense.
Well,
like this now, I guess. I'm not
on the receiving end of a
I do focus on what's last.
Guardiola lecture.
Now they do find the same price.
From Brooks to the VAR concurring with Peter Banks' initial assessment.
No, that coach did
But
that
Kepa, who has
ref
had
did
a checkered past.
I know
at
don't say that
Wembley
red card, not red card, that yellow card. But you're not supposed to stop
Another
play. I will
part
stop
of
play for that
inspiring
time.
moment. Having not been given the advantage they felt they were
Hey,
due, they
advantage.
could
Now
get
it's supposed to blow.
exact full advantage from this situation.
Turkey's on a little bit of space on the edge of the box.
Doku also intriguingly poised.
Please, too much.
It's a wasted opportunity.
Let's Arsenal off the hook.
I know
But we will be happy when this team's come out in the second half. Feels like City
Because the only guy
strong hold of this cup final, slowly but surely.
Now Now better for go to that referee.
Rice imposing himself. Nearly led to some profit for Arsenal.
How many years before I get to watch my watch that
Subamendi, Havertz, and Rice. Saka wary of his starting position. Quite latch onto it. Now Doku for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva through one challenge, but Zubamendi's back for more. There's Haaland.
Not much this week.
And White unable to decisively win it. Doku, only beginning to think it was boxed in, able to get a ball into the box.
Yeah, it's a good ball in as well. Really good ball in. I'll be asking why no one crashing the box.
Well, maybe they've written him off in that situation.
Manchester City, without doubt, growing in stature in this game, growing in confidence. They look like they've been here before.
Certainly asserting authority at the moment, and Haaland getting more and more involved.
Yeah, he might not be pretty, but he's certainly occupying. What they are doing is any balls that come off him, come off the centre half, he's with. They're picking up those second balls.
Bernardo Silva driving forward and picking away through the massed Arsenal ranks. Superb work. Doku. Toss up with a vital defensive error.
This is a goal. I said to God.
Rodri, Zubamendi in the way.
You know, did his bosses.
That roar, just from the City fans, they can feel it, they can sense it in the stadium.
The Mancunian choir raising their voices. Semenyo. Shirky.
I don't think
Picking up
even my
the right defensive position.
the only player where I know say get that kind of techie.
Doku.
You know they never go job.
No is the verdict. Well, he's rising to the challenge at the moment, Jeremy Doku. Ake. Doku again.
No offside,
Gabriel. It starts from the front, doesn't it?
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a little bit more impetus in that press from Manchester City, a bit more belief, a bit more energy. But Arsenal under a lot of pressure.
Well, when it's firmly going your way, as it presently is, I'm
Carry
sure
Arsenal to score. Arsenal to score.
willingness to do it gets a little bit
Arsenal was
stronger.
good.
Yeah, a little bit more energy in those legs. Very impressed with how Manchester City read the situation.
That's what.
Calafiori keen to try and change the picture. Something a little different. Something from anywhere would be very welcome for Arsenal now.
Certainly would. I was just going on to say, I'm really impressed with how Manchester City read the situation. They could feel that Arsenal were on the ropes. They didn't sit back, try and protect the 1-0 lead. They didn't let the game settle. They went after that second double blow in quick succession. And now they can sit back, say, come and break us down. What we've got to do, work off the back of that. When Arsenal start losing space, get that balance wrong. The biggest test for Mikel Arteta's man so far this season, without any question or doubt. How do they react?
Well, Madueke carrying the fight. An Arsenal free kick which he wanted to take with some urgency. Really a moment for the meticulous planning to come to the fore, and his has to come good also. Rice arm aloft, threatening. Fury's head. Trafford's comfortable grasp.
It was almost perfect from Arsenal, wasn't it? Calafiori turns it goal. Trafford, right place, right time. Not the first time he's made
I don't know, it looks as
a reasonable save this afternoon. Kept deciding it early on, didn't he? Tail of the tape when it comes to second choice goalkeepers at either club. One has been exemplary, the other one that's a grave error.
Bernardo Silva. Doku.
Know that Ben White can't go near him. Same tightrope. Nketiah had to walk for such a long period of this game. So difficult when you've got the likes of Semenyo, Doku against you, really tricky, strong, direct wingers.
Players who draw challenges. Shirky, tremendous bit of work again.
I did ask midnight early on in the second half. Need to see more in Turkey. This is why we brought the football club. It was almost like he heard me. Even Bernardo Silva has been absolutely outstanding in this second half, driving towards Arsenal, right through the heart of them, drawing players in, popping the ball up. Exactly what the manager wanted from them.
Amongst his many tattoos, Nico O'Reilly, there's one on one of his arms, I gather, which bears the Manchester telephone dialing code 0161. Just a way of telling everybody where he's from.
Now, wow.
The other arm says
Let's do
football.
Arsenal.
Yeah, the 0-1-6 one's quite a niche one. If you're not from
Yes,
Yes, not
Manchester.
too much. She can't talk as if they yeah, these people don't take 10. We are taking 10, too much.
Saka's dug it out. And there's O'Reilly.
The captain is supposed to come out since. Nobody tell the captain all the time. Let's go the fear for that card since.
Manueke.
Also, what do you want to do for them now? Fool, bastard!
He's urgently attempting to win it back.
Keegan thought, how does he plot his way out of this scenario? Big puff of the cheeks. He knows he's under the pump.
Rice.
Wow. What's for you? Footballers of nowadays, they're very stupid. Why is why they laugh? Because they will still playing now.
Didn't have a crucial say as Arsenal look for a way back. Young Max Dowden would be, if he steps onto the pitch, the youngest ever League Cup finalist. So swiftly after becoming the youngest top-flight goal scorer in England for 42 years, since Jensen Dizelle, a couple of weeks and more younger than him, struck for Ipswich against Coventry in 1984. Trossard, well, Calafiori. And he is fractions away.
Damn!
I think it hits the post. I think he just kisses the post on the way past. I did wonder if he could have taken this first time rather than have this little touch. Tries to flick it over, he catches it so well on the volley. I think it's Yorkers in the middle. Doesn't quite make contact as it flashes across.
Damn!
See there? Oh, it's so close. Actually, Trossard doesn't quite cut across it enough. Calafiori to get that bend on it to find its way into the bottom corner. Without doubt, the closest that Arsenal have come in this second half.
You know, see, Calafiori did very attractive. So, in idea, that's first lock back first before he walk the
Close gets you
It's funny
nothing.
enough, the two cross now from that way you take on. Because soon as you can't be better yellow guy, you're not going to impress again. Because the guy
They
you're
need
going
to keep their composure,
so they cautious.
keep finding those opportunities, keep at it. Arsenal don't find themselves in this situation very often.
Bastard people.
The narrative will be if they come out
They have
second
more
best.
than fathers at all, please.
Thinking about recent seasons,
Guy, I enjoyed that ball with that deal.
come second.
Easy,
Is it a habit?
easy. Why you go get injury now?
Will be the
Can we read
narrative
again?
after this final if they can't find a way back
If
into
you
it.
really go play that ball again later, like later this week.
Nunes put a little bit on the back foot there by Ryan Cherky.
Yeah, he did have a little look if he could play to his goalkeeper.
Now the thing about Iron
Doesn't cut it off. Did quite well there.
once Man City get one small moment of dominance, we at least score you. You go collect, you go collect one goal.
Doku. Just
Slow
two
down
or
again,
three of them,
like,
and Doku is certainly one of them who has found that little extra gear in the second half.
Where's that time?
Yeah,
And also
without doubt,
says
he
that
was the
time,
menu
yeah.
first half. Second half, Cherky, Doku, Silva, absolutely outstanding. Right on cue, Bernardo Silva with a crunching tackle, something he's not known for. But defensively wise, he's done his job this afternoon. More importantly, further up the field, he's orchestrated, or helped, should I say, orchestrate Manchester City into a 2-goal lead.
What did they do now?
Sure-footed Rodri has put the ball straight into touch.
Then they shout my head, man. I know Man City fan, I know Man City player. And you, the
Activity in the Arsenal technical area.
It's switched to watch ball with nothing concern you. It's switched to watch. What's on
Gabriel
concern you,
Jesus, formerly of Manchester City, About to replace Ben White, we hear.
Now, what I did tell you that time? Now, the only
White
truth mission
having
for Man
challenge on
City
Doku.
is they don't go on lose.
I'm surprised Manchester City haven't kept feeding that ball to Doku higher up the field
After
and
that,
isolating him in one-on-one situations.
That's what I feel.
Ben White is playing with his arms behind his back, so to speak.
I go go select go renounce this club.
You tell them they back for me, but back the club come up for go.
I'm going to support this thing. This is the color.
Another thing they wear red, French folk. So you found that way they wear red.
Nottingham Forest. No,
Nottingham Forest.
Are you going to support that thing like that?
Go to Yaguas pass to play for a second. If that bro, that pass will do.
It would appear O'Reilly's hunger is not sated.
Yeah, doesn't quite get enough on that ball, does he, Doku? Gets it right. O'Reilly's in again.
So the trail changes. Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus on the pitch. Quite a revealing interview from Gabriel Jesus this week. He said that when he arrived at Arsenal, he suggested they were capable of winning the league, and some of his teammates laughed at him.
That one so. You don't say it's almost
That's it, isn't it?
Like you were just
At the roll of the dice, that's everything he's got on the bench from an attacking point of view to try and get himself back in the game. What can they produce? Quite often when you make a lot of substitutions, you can lose your way. Lose the structure and the foundation of your team.
Well, he has
What
done
we've
more
been
than
this afternoon.
We miss
Since
you.
he joined the football club, and we know from
Hey.
last year's FA Cup
Let's
that he likes the big occasion.
Hello, Pina.
He also likes to play Manchester City at
The
Wembley.
reason I did it now, you can pass better ball, shoot better ball.
Injury midweek, and he's been a big
You
miss
got
this
them days
afternoon
to go
from Mikel
for this
Arteta.
those bastards till they pass, till they go pass.
Has not necessarily been detailed. The suggestion is it is a groin problem. Helped on by Gyökeres. And Declan Rice is not unknown, but nominally operating as a right back now.
Babe, come on, midfielder for there. Come on, remember
That shows, doesn't it? The way the game's gone.
Give me
The
no
drive
guard.
in your midfield
No guard
to
on,
right back
Doma.
to get more attacking players on.
When you're there, bed.
Brighton, wasn't it, earlier in the season where it actually started there?
You know, now why I don't like Arteta with this.
He's played a bit of centre-back in his time. Yeah, that's
Now why I
right.
don't like Arteta.
A lot saw his ultimate
The
future.
moments, see,
And all of a sudden, Arsenal have a back four. One midfielder, or a recognised midfielder, should I say. And then four number 10s, forwards, creators, should we
Come
call
on,
them.
you guys.
So they're not throwing what they've got at it.
Trossard and Ben
Four,
White.
I need five.
Say the command you just you let people. Let's do not need that one. Yeah.
They have still got 11 men on the pitch.
Referee.
You just have not played.
Red,
Well,
we go
outnumbered,
to
This thing.
but he emerges the winner with the free kick.
The first time in the stadium, it's just felt like this game is drifting away from Arsenal. That belief that they can get back into the game seems to be dissipating.
It may well be that the only consolation for Arsenal today is the suffering of their local rivals in that critical relegation battle with Nottingham Forest earlier today. But there is still time today and plenty to look
they
forward
couldn't use that, please.
to. The
That's not right. That's not right.
season
That's
some
not
way
right.
from a conclusion.
Now, zooming out, all of a sudden, it does make the Premier League rather interesting, doesn't it? The one chaser there is to Arsenal gaining that Premier League title, Manchester City. Will this affect the Gunners? I will tell.
They have a
Now it's in the
player in the
book
right
this
back
time
role who
finish.
can make a challenge. And
What's my
it is
game
a
plan
foul
for
on
this match?
Doku.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, he does so.
I can't go now.
Because he knows that man has inflicted
Yeah,
so much
we
pain
see
on his
him,
team
yeah.
in this second half.
Let's all carry on. That's not as you.
Arsenal fan, Leo, no Leo.
Well, this one just feels a little bit different
Yeah,
for Manchester
yeah.
City, doesn't
Leo.
it?
No.
It's been a foregone conclusion
Yeah,
when
the
it
guy
comes
who
to
got this
Wembley.
one, he said, I dreamt that
Sometimes this
Arsenal
competition
lost
has been an
the
expectation,
Carabao
and
Cup.
also almost a
I
relaxedness
want
to
to
their
leave
approach
that
to being the final of the fans. But today it feels a little bit different. It feels to have and hold more meaning in the general context. That's what I was saying.
Competition that has often been a springboard for greater glories.
I love
Some good work here by Gabriel Jesus.
Pass now. This guy pass down. This guy pass down.
It's all that they
Playing the game well, but then gifting Gyökeres possession.
This people were
That's
so
not
relaxed.
good.
This is so
At the very
That's
least,
not someone go for, yeah.
they will aim to go down fighting.
That is supposed to come as substitute here.
It's unorthodox but effective. That time from Semenyo.
They don't close on market.
Out to
They don't
Madueke.
close market. Ah! Now side the position make I stick.
Can they retrieve it? Oh! And clattering against...
Hey! Hey! Which guy missed with that?
Many people allow mistakes
See
now.
that save?
Gabriel Jesus almost giving Arsenal a road back.
Don't be saving
They
about.
did everything right, just trying to feel it back.
Many these people allow mistake now. They don't lock us in
that
market.
top corner.
Bastards.
Just gets his angle slightly wrong.
Saka. Oh, just trying to find that half yard. He was there for a nanosecond.
Twice now, Arsenal have struck the woodwork.
Thank you. Oh my God! Yes, finally. Just one. What I needed now, just one goal.
Semenyo.
Just one.
Corner flag beginning to look very attractive.
I'm gonna hold this boy now.
There's Nunes.
Shoot.
Well, it's not quite going to give the public what they want, but here's Shirky.
Yeah, another header. Around header.
Hasn't he, Cherky? Can't get close to it, can't commit. Dances on the football. You've got to appreciate it sometimes.
Well, an eye catcher with Leon, and now under the tutelage of a true great, beginning to blossom to a world-class talent. This is Doku. They're backing off at their peril, but in the end off target.
Yeah, it opened up, didn't it? And that's what happens when you've only got one midfielder on the pitch. When you break that press, all the players don't want to get back. Doku, right for the heart. Can't quite find that corner and just see Jesus' ball. He does everything right, tries to move it back over. Trafford thinks his feet as he dives into the back of the net. Just kisses the top of that crossbar. Actually, Erling Haaland is back on the line there, waiting for it to drop.
Well, leisurely Sunday stroll. Shirky off the field, Phil Foden, his replacement.
Cherky, one of those characters. But there's less and less in the game these days. I refer to him as a maverick, someone you pay to watch. But Phil Foden, welcome with open arms. Another local lad for Manchester City.
City have had a few of those in the dim and distant past. The era of Rodney Marsh, Stan Bowles was there as well.
His matter there, but Bernardo Silva, both sides of the game, it's been absolutely outstanding for Manchester City. He really led the way. Nico O'Reilly will get the plaudits, but I feel as though he's been the heartbeat of Manchester City today, both in and out of possession. Tenacious, out, kept the ball in, drove the narrative.
At least, the
Really decisive defending by Mateus Nunes. Kepa sure-footed. But again, it's going to be a Wembley occasion where he has his share of the headlines.
And that's exactly what I mean about losing your structure. Effectively, Arsenal playing a 4-1-5 pretty much now. When you have too many attacking players on, don't quite keep that distance, have that understanding. You need the organisers in there.
Gabriel Jesus.
Who you give for them now?
Arsenal needing
Or more down.
miracle.
Who did that?
I'm quite surprised to see the Arsenal end of the stadium emptying already. Yes, look at the bigger picture as far as Arsenal are concerned. Still in three competitions, they're meant to be walking out on their team at this time in the cup final.
Next year.
Regardless of the score, I think they deserve their support.
Lucky with a teasing delivery.
I got told.
Shaw dealing with it well.
I got to the lip, eh? We did a lip, eh?
No, that's after seminar.
We did a job, eh? He needs to be studied. You know what I'm saying?
Madueke. Oh, they'll change of pace. He's away from O'Reilly. Rodri, as he so often does, appearing where he's needed.
Yeah, snuffs out, doesn't he, in and around that 18-yard box, just as you think Arsenal might be able to manufacture a shot in a dangerous position. That's what they missed for such a long time while he was out, Rodri. Just that ability to read the game.
The engravers at work.
Blue moon ringing around Wembley Stadium yet again.
At least we have the code. We don't leave this season trophyless. Or we go to win this last season.
Well, it might not be on the score sheet yet again at Wembley, but you cannot question Erling Haaland's work rate this afternoon.
Manchester City on cloud nine. The ninth time they have laid hands on the Football League Cup. And a local boy is the hero, Nico O'Reilly.
I swear.
And the implications may reverberate further into
It's
the
very
season.
exciting. Yay.
Science has carved another niche in history. For the fifth time, Pep Guardiola wins this trophy more than anybody else. And he takes as much pleasure in this prize as any other. In the second half, they have stepped it up and got rich reward. Not just success today, but who knows? Maybe
This after 2-0.
psychological games.
Jerry, after 2-0, the 2-0 are upside down.
Let me know your reaction.
Check, man of the match.
Manager that ever graced the Premier League, and he just keeps on winning, doesn't he? he comes into a cup final as an underdog, he finds a way. For about the 10th, 15th minute, they got better and better and better. Manchester City has really impressed with their performance. That man there didn't break his duck, but he did his part, as everyone did for Manchester City. You can see what it means to Pep Guardiola, and he'll be hoping that this can be a catalyst in the Premier League. It's been a disappointing week going out of the Champions League, but silverware, first blood, when it's been available, and he's taken it. And now can they use this as a platform that everyone's been waiting for? Manchester City dropping down the gear, finding their form, finding how they can get into their groove. I'm convinced for them to take it into the Premier League and make it an epic ending to the season. Final score in the 2026 Carabao Cup final. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2. Nathan Ake, one of the unsung heroes, no doubt, with his performance. They had little in the way of latitude for centre-back selection today, with Ruben Diaz injured, Mark Gahey unavailable because of the regulations. But those two, Kusala and Ake, played a big part in their run to this final.
No way can most of the league cup.
Kept Arsenal at bay. A couple of moments for Trafford to hope and pray. And while there was not the unique pleasure of a goal at Wembley,
Why the guy come right? Play anything? Nonsense.
for the ace goal scorer.
We're not play anything.
My guy just did on some Viking moves.
The familiar smile.
Riley. Always face because you go fix it right there before the level.
And who knows, they're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the title race. This competition has often proved a prelude to greater glories for many a side. And it will certainly do them no harm in what's to come. No, it won't. And you've got to look at Kushinov, Semenyo, Turkey. This is the reason they joined Manchester City without any doubt to win silverware.
I would go right down.
Like you said, use this as a platform to win more silverware. The last thing we should do is write Pep Guardiola off or question him, because when we do, he comes back in abundance. And this is a Manchester City in transition, changing their style of play, changing their players. We talked about, was it a new goal for Arsenal? New goal for Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I think our next match now with Newcastle at your Chelsea before we play. We don't play now.
Has been part of many a memorable Arsenal success. Picking themselves up is the name of the game for Arsenal, who have so often experienced disappointment in this competition. Remember Frank McClintock, who was part of the ignominious defeat against Swindon and a controversial one against Leeds back at the end of the season before the eventual double triumph a couple of years later, ruining the fact that we've got another team rather than a better. Arsenal only onlookers as City enjoy that winning feeling. This has to be fuel to their fire, doesn't it, for the Arsenal? Well, it depends where you're looking for both sides. Manchester City will be hoping it'll be a catalyst for them. Arsenal, well, will it add to the fire to win the Premier League, or will it just add an element of doubt in the running?
Like this, they don't win league now. More than realistic, when I don't win league. Because when I did 10
they will enjoy this.
Imagine how Gabriel going injury, Saliba going injury.
it's impossible.
around the Etihad when this group of players
See
return.
this person,
I get question for you.
Timba be
It's a lingering taste for Arsenal.
Who be una best players for this season?
This is it.
Well, Harry
Right,
Petrovic
Gabriel.
at one point in the first
So why they
half.
go they talk say that Rice supposed to be PFA player of the year?
No, there's nobody they talk now. Maybe Gabriel and they talk.
Now Rice must be the top
I
online.
don't know that's not Gabriel. I didn't feel they serious.
Now I get 9 points gap on this.
yes now.
One game ahead now. One more game.
Yeah,
But
6 points gap.
that one gives them.
Well, it's a longer
Now
walk
against Crystal
than it
Palace.
used to be.
Crystal Palace are City. Now then now
This point
Crystal
in
Palace.
time.
Now actually raised. Oswald
It
fool.
will feel
Now let me give that boy a slap.
more.
And that boy I need. Mona hold up for me. Why they call me? Get out.
Pick that
I
one.
know
to
they
feel
beat.
their day in
I'm
the
a
World
City
Cup.
fan.
They have
Where
given
this was
so
going?
much to this season, and
They want you
are
shame for what
still
now?
in the
Bastard
position
people.
that 91 clubs would envy in the Premier League.
See, the biggest chance we gonna get for the full match na waste time. Early goal. When I go collect, what did they give
Now my
us
issue
goal?
with Mateta is this. Moments will matter, you know they see them.
I swear to God.
Look over the past 5 years, those moments will matter. They always pop up. It's possible.
The tradition of the League Cup final day, it always has been. Losers collect their consolation prize.
I'm only one shape. Not only one minute goal.
My shepherd.
You don't know all those people.
And the old that they get the club.
Now they get it over. You know
Major
them.
Cup final as a participant.
Majority of them are stakeholders. Yeah.
It's not go the way he would have hoped. Such is the transition from the cup winning team of 6 years ago, the FA Cup winning team.
You bastard boy.
2 headers.
But he is
Who
the
had that?
member of
See
the
your
squad
face.
still at the
They're
club.
supposed to call him Edmond.
A day on from coming of
I
age.
got you so.
When
I got height. Maybe the near advantage.
yesterday.
Cap your goal. So just come from your win.
You see it rise.
Cause I know.
You don't shake his face, you don't shake some people.
The shirt prepared for the occasion. Fold.
I'm gonna shake your fans now.
Sums up the inability. Arsenal have
Saka
got
was
to.
wrong.
If they've lost any
Shake your
regaining
fans,
quickly,
guy. Shake
this could
fans.
still be one of the greatest, if not the greatest seasons in their history.
All of them play anyhow today.
I'm gonna shake fans now. Why wanna do
Who's
like
the view
this?
that
It's
up
not
at the end of the ball,
nice.
Mikel Arteta wins nothing. And also, if Pep Guardiola goes out with a bang, 10 years into his Manchester City reign, this feeling never gets old for them. And their leader, winning trophies is what he's about. Longest stint of his career without one, so he'll be very, very happy to get his hands back on silverware.
Yes, his barren spells are measured in months at most, really. It's a hard life, isn't it?
Well, you've got to be extra special at what you do to be as successful as he has and have the hunger and drive to do it day in, day out. This is not just about one afternoon and 190 minutes. This is about day in, day out drive, determination.
And in the midst, really, of rebuilding the mighty edifice. Bernardo Silva, one who has walked the walk many a time. But there were others of lesser vintage who are rising to the challenges. And hoping very much that they get used to this.
And he leads them up the steps, but he led them on the pitch today. It was superb. What do you call a veteran now in the Manchester City ranks?
Well, in relative terms, you have to. Pep Guardiola a spring as he takes those many steps.
Wait, can I look up now 100,000? 100k pounds.
How walks can be
100k
different.
pounds.
It can be a long,
Yeah,
slow
100
walk, or
million.
it can be a very bright spring walk, as Pep Guardiola proves.
Touch of the triumphant gallop about him. Back after a brief pause in the business of winning trophies again. And a moment that signifies his coming of age in every sense. Nico O'Reilly. The man who's proved he can play many parts, and today a starring role. And that man, amongst the supporting cast, for once,
He played his part.
well, it was not the headline-grabbing stuff, but so vital. Still waiting for a Wembley goal, but that will in no way tarnish this moment. That's two of them. One day alone. Trafford could have been beyond the able deputy today with his first half contributing.
Thomas Tuchel wishing that Erling Haaland was English.
He was born in Leeds. It's a bit late though. Well, the joy evident, the joy that never fades. The faces may change, but the results do not. Manchester City, Wembley winners again.
Off you go for now.
For the ninth time